For this project, we are going to make a drive time map to see how far we could go in a specific amount of time. So first we need to find our starting point. So I'm going to choose Barker College and I'm going to add this to my map. So you can see up here it adds that layer to the map. I'm going to click on those three dots and rename this layer. Okay, you can click on the symbol, and if you click the edit button, you can change your symbol, change your title, put in a description. I won't bother changing the symbol for now though. What we can do next is we need to go back to our layers, so click on details, and if we click on the analysis icon there, we can choose the proximity analysis, use proximity, and here we've got create drive time areas. So if I click on that, now I can go through and select all the criteria. I've chosen the Barker College layer. I've chosen driving time. You can choose driving distance, walking time, rural, etc. So I'll stick with driving time. I can change the minutes into hours, and I want to do 2 maps or 2 zones. I want to do a 1 hour and a 2 hour driving time zone. I'm going to click this button here that uses live traffic, so makes your distances based on those times a bit more realistic. You can set it for now, or you can set it for some time in the future, so that's very handy. You can choose if you want your travel direction to be away from your starting point or towards your starting point. Here you can choose, if you're doing travel times from different points, you can choose how the areas might overlap, dissolve, or split. This one could be useful. Let's say you want to visit a friend, you both live a long way away from each other, and you've decided you want to meet halfway. You could do your 2 travel distance zones and see where you overlap. Okay, and if we need to give it a unique layer name, so it hasn't been found in the database before, so I'm just going to put my initials there, and then we can click Run Analysis. All right, so that's finished. It's going to put in our travel zones around our starting point here. There we go. So if I zoom out, we'll be able to see exactly where I could go in my 1 hour travel time or in the 2 hour travel time. Now I'm going to adjust those colors slightly. So if we go to that layer, click on the Styles tab, click on this first one, the options. You can click on these individual labels here and change the colors. So I'm going to choose a nice blue for that first one. I'm going to put the transparency to 50%. I'm also going to give it a nice dark black outline. And likewise, if I go to the purple section, change it to red. Actually, that's the outline, so black. And then the fill to red, transparency 50%. Okay. So when you're happy with your settings, make sure you click OK down here, and don't forget to click Done down here at the bottom as well. Otherwise it won't save those settings. But what I'm going to do now, I'm not content with that. The roads are a bit hard to see. I want to more clearly visualize the roads that will take me into those travel areas. So I'm actually going to look at choosing a different base map on which I can adjust the roads. So if I click on base map up here, at the moment what I've got selected is this topographical base map. So it doesn't give me a huge amount of road detail. So I'm going to choose this one, Street View. And this will put in all the streets. There we go, and because I've made these areas a bit more transparent, you can see the streets a bit more clearly. But I'm still not completely happy with that, so if I click on this little arrow to open this up, this is the world street map. I can actually change the style of that a little bit. So I'm going to click on that, and world street map travel zones. And when I save that style, it will actually open up another window where I can adjust the style even further and then save that as a style that I want to use again and again and again. So I'm going to go over here to the color for the roads. I'm going to click on that, and I am actually just going to choose jet black. So if I click done there, that's going to change my road colors in that overall map to make them nice and dark like that. So I'm done there. You could change some other colors for other things on your general map, but I'm quite happy with the rest of those. I'm going to go back down to this bottom right here, click Save, Style and Close. So now when I go back to my travel times map, I can see the roads way more clearly, and even when I zoom in. So I like that. I like that extra detail that shows you the roads you would have to use to get to those locations.